Hey guys!
Hi!
Welcome back to Virtual Nihongo. Thank you so much for coming back.
Keep following us on our journey.
Yes, we will eventually hit 1 billion subscribers.
We did making sentences last time, which was so much fun.
We are gonna move on to conjugation. We'll be able to make even more sentences that are more complex today. So that's pretty cool. So far, we've only known the dictionary form, which is just present positive, something like study, go, right? But then we can change from go to I don't go, I went. And then we can also change to I didn't go. So these other conjugations we'll be learning today. And with that, we can really expand our Japanese.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about English, right? English has present tense, future tense, past tense, right? Mainly 3 tenses. Japanese only has 2 tenses. Past is alone.
Oh.
So present and future
Okay.
is 1 tense.
Oh, I get that.
We call it non-past, which includes, again, present and future. You might wonder then, how do you figure out between present and future? Context. For example, obvious context is the word 明日. 明日 means tomorrow. So if I say something like 明日私とゲームしますか? ゲームします is to play games. And I said 私と, right, with me, right? How would you translate that?
You're playing games tomorrow?
Good. So that's future tense. Because we had the huge clue that it's tomorrow, right? So depending on context.
So there's not like a tense, but I mean, if you're saying tomorrow or anytime in the future, that's pretty obvious that that's what's going on.
We have past tense here. And then positive, meaning like affirmative, like I do, I don't. And past positive would be I did. And then past negative will be I didn't. So noun and non-adjective. Adjectives are the words that describe nouns, right? Like small car, big car, expensive car, beautiful car. All of those are adjectives. In Japanese, we have 2 types of those. One is non-adjective. The other is e-adjective. The difference, non-adjective are from China, Chinese origin. E-adjective, Japanese origin. And this does change. Because it's Chinese origin, of course all the words that came were in Chinese characters. So it's basically, a noun. Because in Japanese brain, we would have something after to conjugate to something else. So basically, non-adjective is noun and adjective. So it's basically hybrid.
Okay.
Japanese origin, it has its own rules for conjugating. Good thing about non-adjective is because it's hybrid of both noun and adjective, conjugation-wise, the same as noun. So if you know the noun conjugation, which we learned, right? 私は日本人. How do you say I'm not Japanese?
Janai.
Yep. 私は日本人じゃない. That same rule, you can use that for non-adjective. One of the non-adjective that's, I guess, convenient to use is 便利. So if you say, for example, we just did 私は日本人. If you replace 日本人 with 便利, 私は便利, that means I am convenient as a product, basically.
Oh!
Yeah, which is why you shouldn't say that, basically. Yeah. Okay, so with this,
Yeah.
the point is the conjugation is different between na adjective and e adjective. E adjective has its own conjugation, na adjective just follow noun. So this one is important. With that, because the conjugation rules are different, you need to be able to figure out which one is which. This one is pretty easy. If you know the origin of these names, why it's called na adjective, why this is called e adjective. For example, e adjective is easy. Let me list some of the e adjectives. The famous kawaii. You know what it means?
Cute.
Cute. Good. What about oki?
Oki.
This is big. Oishii. Do you know oishii?
Oishi. Oh, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah, it is a really popular word. You use that at a restaurant.
Tasty.
So.
Delicious.
Yeah, tasty, delicious, oishii. These are some of the adjectives. Do you see any pattern?
E.
Yeah, right ending. All the e adjectives end with e. Na adjective. Like for example, we covered here that benri is na adjective and it means convenient, right? But it doesn't have na, right? So it shouldn't be the spelling na. Why is it called na adjective? It's because when we want to connect an adjective to a noun, then we add na. And then noun, whatever noun you want to connect. So we add na right after the adjective.
Okay.
So if you want to say like convenient person, I mean that's again inappropriate, but we learned that benri is an adjective. And person, do you know how to say person?
Hito.
Nice. Hito. How would you say convenient person?
Benri na hito.
Yeah, perfect. Since for na adjective we have to add na to directly connect to noun, it's called na adjective. To memorize, one suggestion is the na from na adjective comes from noun.
Na, noun. Yeah, that makes sense.
And you have to use na to connect to a noun.
Yeah.
Since we just covered how to connect na adjective to a noun, let's also talk about how to connect e adjective to a noun. It's this, literally. So basically, just directly connect to the noun. So, oishii ramen. Let's do it.
Okay. That makes sense.
So e adjective, simple. Let's move on to how to figure out which adjective it is. So first, you're gonna ask question, basically, does the adjective end with e? If it's a no, it doesn't end with e, then automatically na adjective. Because, right, e adjective has
Always ends with E.
So when it's yes, it does end with e. Still though, both na adjective or e adjective possible. So we have to do another test. Why is it possible? Well, like I said, na adjective is a noun, right? Hybrid. So there will naturally be some adjectives, which is a noun, that happen to end with e. For example, your name is Izzy, right? One way of writing Izzy, for example, is E-G-E, right? And if I see your name and be like, okay, this is e adjective, are you gonna be like, yes? Well, it's your name, right?
Right,
So there's no way it's e adjective.
Yeah.
Right? It just happens
It's
to
just,
happen to end with e.
Okay.
So that's why there are still possibility that some of the adjectives that end with e still non-adjective and not e-adjective. So with that, there are some exceptions. About 93% of the adjectives that end with e are e-adjective. About 3% non-adjective. The problem is here, the exceptions. For example, do you know the word kirei? Kirei. Kirei means beautiful. And this one is non-adjective. It happens to end with e. Right? So these kind of exceptions, how do you know? Just memorize it.
That I was just about to ask that. I was like, honestly, this seems like a memorization.
Yep.
Like just memorizing which exact ones they are.
Yeah.
So
Mainly, it's pretty simple. If it ends with e, then yeah, most likely e-adjective. If it doesn't end with e, non-adjective.
okay.
And then once you know the type, then again, the conjugation is same as noun conjugation. E-adjective has its own rules, so we have to memorize the conjugation rules for e-adjective. Present positive, noun, like I am Japanese, that kind of stuff. You don't need to add anything, right? The polite speech adds desu, right? Des.
Yeah.
The casual speech, you don't need to add anything. There is sometimes a case when you can add da as the conjugation, but I'll explain this briefly now. But we can usually put da if you're talking to yourself or writing to yourself, like diary, or if it's if a certain grammar point require you to put da for noun and adjective, like put in the suffixes ne and yo, which we haven't learned yet. You do have to put da if the ending is these. Past tense. Basically, the ending ta signifies past. If you have this in mind, then it'll be easier to memorize.
Okay.
Or maybe you can memorize as pasta,
Oh yeah.
right?
I see that. Yeah. Pasta.
That's pretty good. You can see the connection. The past tense of the past positive is datta. Da coming from its present tense version here, da, right? And then ta is added to make it past tense. Small to.
Ta means the past.
Yep.
So you're basically just saying like, oh, this thing happened past.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. As long as you know the present negative here, then that means you know the past negative. And this is the same rule for across all the words.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, simple. There are 2 steps though. First step, first change to present negative. Meaning present negative here, right? So whatever you want to say, first change to the present negative.
Janai.
For now, right? After that, step 2. Change nai to nakatta.
Okay.
So
Nakata, what does that mean?
that's a really good question, and we do have to explain. Nai is a word on its own, dictionary form, and this means non-existent. Because it means non-existent, this one is used as part of the conjugation for negative here. Yeah, that's why nai of janai here.
Janai. Okay.
So, non-existent meaning it's an adjective, right? Non-existent being or whatever. What kind of adjective do you think this is?
E ending.
Good, and this is not one of the exceptions. But nai is e adjective. This is important to know. E adjective conjugation. The rule to make it past positive the rule to make it past for E adjective is take off E and change it to katta, which you see here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so this one is non-existent. This is the past version. As long as you know here, by making nai past tense, you change it to past negative. E adjective, the non-past or present positive, original form, dictionary form, like oishii, delicious, kawaii, those are dictionary form. No change need. That's good. Negative, for example, you want to change kawaii to negative, not cute. Take off E and then add kunai.
Kunai.
So what would it be? Not cute. How would you conjugate though? These are the rules, right? Take off E and add kunai and you are making it negative, right? And then take off E and katta and you're making it past tense. And then this one, take off E and nakatta, ku nakatta, then that's past negative.
Hi, I'm Shiomi, and I'm the instructor for Virtual Nihongo. Shiomi-sensei です。よろしくお願いします。和歌山県出身です。At Virtual Nihongo, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your language learning goals through engaging classes and personalized lessons. Language learning is a lifelong practice, and sometimes it may be hard to get started when you don't have the resources or people to help you. From being able to watch animes without subtitles to being able to ask the locals where the bathroom is. Our team at Virtual Nihongo is dedicated to helping you achieve your language learning goals through engaging classes and personalized lessons. We offer a range of different Japanese classes, like our 6-month-long classes designed for beginner, intermediate, and advanced learners, and also our private tutoring lessons for those learners who want a more focused environment. Traveling to Japan and just need to know the essentials, we also offer a crash course in traveling Japanese to help you before your trip. To get started, scan the QR code on screen or go to virtualnihongo.org. If needed, we can have a consultation meeting to answer any questions. We look forward to helping you learn Japanese. ありがとうございます。
Verbs, we have 3 types. First one is called ru verb. Ru verb.
Ru verb.
Next one, u verb.
U verb.
Third one, irregular verbs. Irregular are just irregular, so you just have to memorize. Like, for example, in English, do, did, done. But usually, it's play, played, played.
Yeah.
One of the patterns is ed for past tense for verb. But sometimes there are some verbs that are just irregular.
Yeah.
You just
Okay,
have to
makes
memorize.
sense. Yeah.
We don't have as many compared to English. So that's
Okay.
only 2, do and come, these 2 verbs. Do is suru,
Suru.
come is kuru.
Kuru.
Whenever you come across these 2 verbs, these are irregular, so I just have to follow the irregular rules. Ru verb, origin, simple. It ends with ru, that's why it's called ru verb. U verb, unfortunately, it's not just the verbs that end with u. End with u vowel. Whatever verb, if it ends with u vowel, for example, the verb to write is kaku, ku is k, u, then this is considered u verb. Yomu, to read, yomu, mu, that's u verb. So that's where the u comes from, the sound, the vowel.
Okay.
Yeah. Conjugation are different among these 2. I mean, these 3 are all different, these 3 groups, right? So that's why we'll have to know how to figure out between ru verb and u verb.
Okay.
Because ru verbs are those verbs that end with ru, right? The first question you want to ask is, does it end with ru? It's the first question you want to ask to the verb you want to use. And then there'll be 2 responses. If it's no, it doesn't end with, then 100% u verb, right? The other verb.
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't end with automatically. Yes, it ends with ru. You might feel like, okay, then that's ru verb, right? But then when you think about it here, the u verb, those are called u verb because it end with u vowel, right?
Yeah.
Which vowel is ru
Ru.
using?
It sounds like ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ru as well Use.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yep. Used is u vowel. So there's overlapping, right?
Yeah.
Which is terrible. Yeah, terrible. If it's yes, we have to, because of the overlap, still both are possible. So we have to move on to next step, which is check the vowel of the hiragana before ru. So you have to go one back. For example, eat, the verb eat is taberu. When we follow this rule, does it end with ru? Yes. Still both are possible. Now, check the vowel of the hiragana before ru. What's the vowel of the hiragana before ru? This one, the second one.
Ru.
This one.
Oh, be.
Be.
Taberu. Oh yeah, taberu.
That's eat, right?
Yeah.
Which vowel is it using? Be. Yeah.
E.
I mean, the E
But
letter.
yeah,
Be.
the E letter.
E.
E. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So when we, just like that, for this verb, the vowel we found out is e, right? When we figure out the vowel of the hiragana before ru, you have to put it here. Of course, there will be 5 options. A, ru, I, ru, u, ru, e, ru, o, ru. These 5, right? A, ru, u, ru, o, ru. These 3 belong to u verb group, 100%. So, naturally, the rest will be I, ru, e, ru. This will be ru verb. However, again, there's exception. This is 97% of the time, 3% exceptions. In this case, these 3% will be u verb. My recommendation of how to memorize this, one of the groups sandwiches the other group, right?
Yeah.
So at least remember that. Second fact, the u vowel is verb, right? So second fact to remember is the group that has u, ru is u verb. Does it make sense?
So because u is also what, u verb is, that's 100%. Same with a and o, also 100%.
With that, that's u verb, right? And then irregular Ds. We just have to memorize the irregular stuff. Back to the conjugation chart.
Yes.
Ru verb is the easiest. Well, all the verbs, just like other words, the present positive is just dictionary form, so you don't need to
Okay.
just suru and
Just
kuru.
as it is.
Yep. So present negative. If you want to change whatever verb, for example, taberu is ru verb. If you take off ru and add nai that we learned, right? Non-existent. Then that means I don't eat. Taberu becomes tabenai. Ramen o tabenai. I don't eat ramen.
Tabenai.
Just take off ru and nai, and that's it.
That's eating, not eating wrong.
Right.
Not, okay.
U verb. Again, u verb is confusing because it's not about the letter u, it's about the vowel u, right? Same thing.
Right.
Same thing here. We don't change the letter itself. We change the vowel. Change the u vowel, the last hiragana, to a vowel plus nai. So let's practice. For example, iku is go. How do you change this to negative? I don't go.
Ikunai.
Close. What about changing the vowel u to a?
Ikanai.
Good. Perfect. Yep. So you need to know ku is k, u. So you change here, only here the vowel. So that's why it becomes ka. Right? It's confusing, right?
Yeah.
There's like some exceptions. But past positive for all the verbs are the same rule, similar to this, but 2 steps. First, change to te form, which we haven't learned. I'll explain. After you change the te form, if it's te, replace that to ta. If it's de, if the ending is de, then change that to da. And that's it. That's the rule for all the verbs for past positive. Last one to cover is this one, negative for do and come. Shinai, I don't. Kuru, konai, I don't come. And this is the 4 chart.
Zooey mama, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So for these top 2 in the past tense, these top 2 have specific rules, but the rest of it for the verbs.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to end with you feeling a little bit relieved, right? I hope you will. Let me try. This row, present positive. As you can see, everything is just dictionary form, right? So you don't need to even memorize.
Green light. Yeah.
Right? Good. And then the last row, past negative. We do have to memorize 2 rules, but this is for the entire list of words, right? So this one you have to memorize, but a lot easier, right? And then here too, these 2 steps, changing to T form is tricky, which we're gonna cover later. But at least same 2 rules for everything. And then this one, I mean, if you just include this one again, ta is added to make it past tense from the da here, right? Easy. But with that, what's left is definitely present negative and some of these stuff, and then of course like these steps to memorize. With that, the stuff that you only have to like seriously memorize is here.
Okay.
Did it work?
Yeah, that did make it better. Yeah.
Yeah. So only this, but it's the most important because again, from here we make to past negative, right? So yeah, this is the most important present negative. Yep. This is the entire chart of all the words in Japanese, which is pretty cool.
So this applies to everything.
Everything.
Okay.
Yep. Next week, with this, we'll be able to make sentences with different tenses, polarity, like positive or negative. So just good expansion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be releasing this kind of video, so if you're interested, please subscribe.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.